Hey there, folks. I'm Charlotte, the Gulf Coast Granny, and tonight I am doing a few little crochet projects to finish up, some of my Christmas gifts. I'm making them for my nieces who live in Georgia, and I don't get to be around them very much, but I wanted to make sure they had a little bit of something from their Auntie Charlotte. So I'll be doing that, and also I want to show you a couple of things that I've already made for them. And I got to show you these cute little gift ideas. I bought these little tiny lunch boxes, at the Dollar Tree. And I couldn't resist them. They're absolutely adorable. And they open just like the old-fashioned metal lunch boxes I had when I was a kid. But they're perfect for, hi, Chloe, how are you tonight? Thanks for joining me. So I made some of these little scrunchies for the girl's hair. One of my nieces has hair all the way down to her little fanny. And so I made these little scrunchies for her. And I got this pretty fuzzy blue one. This one here is pink, but it's so pale on screen that you can't hardly see it. Hey, Mona, how are you? This one's a variegated color. It's blues and greens and reds. And then this one, kind of like a spa seafoam type green color. Hey, Jackie. And this one is a red one, of course, for Christmas. And what I was going to do is take them and line them up in this little lunch box here. And that's going to be a gift. Of course, I'll put tissue paper and everything in it to make it kind of pretty and gifty. Hey, Miss Peachnut, thank you so much for coming tonight. So anyhow, I got these. And then they also had these adorable little mailbox tins that I absolutely love. There's this one with Santa Claus and a snowman on it. And then it says special delivery here. And then this one is look at that. Isn't that adorable? I just love these. And look, it really works. Look, it's only $1.25, but little details count, right? And it opens like a mailbox. So I thought I could use these for little gift packaging too. But right now, I want to know, is everybody finished with their Christmas shopping? Does everybody have their ducks in a row? And do you have all of your stuff done? Because I don't. And this seems to be the story of my life. Usually the day or two before Christmas, I'm just trying to get things accomplished and get things done. And I think most people are that way. But I was just curious to know what you guys are doing. I know that I've been a little bit in, Jessica, I hear you. I do. I hear you. I've kind of been in a little bit of slow motion this season. I haven't felt very Christmassy. And I don't know why that is, to be honest with you. Maybe it's because my children are older and I'm not surrounded by that magic children, their contagious excitement. Let's put it that way. And I do have my grandchildren, but I don't get to see them too much anymore. They're in school and, it's just what it is. But I do enjoy doing little things. So here, that's what I'm doing, is just little things. Y'all, I bought yarn today. Please don't laugh at me. But I bought a book not long ago, and I showed this book on my on one of my Saturday Night Lives. But it's a book of wreaths. And hey, Scully, welcome in. How are you doing tonight? Anyhow, it's a book of crocheted wreaths, and not everything on the wreath is crocheted. One of them that I really want to try is a bird, and it's a little spring scene with a birdhouse and this, that, and the other. And some of them are Christmassy. That's all for different seasons. And so I bought some yarn to make these wreaths with, and some of the little amigurumi pieces that are in the wreaths. So I got this. I was at Michael's, and they had the buy one get one half off. So I bought this loops and threads tweed, and it's got this pretty little halo on it. If you can see, I don't know if you can or not, but see how fuzzy it is? I'm going to use that for the bird that I'm going to make, but I don't know what color I'm going to make yet. So I bought this, what color is this called? Oh, Lord, y'all. Oat. It's called Oat. So it's an off-white, tweedy, mixed colors. And then I got this one in I thought it was gray at first, but it's called Iceberg, and it's got a real subtle blue. See that? Mixed with a white. And then this one is, I believe this one's definitely gray. It's called charcoal, so it's definitely gray. It does have a bit of a bluish hue to it, but it's not in your face. Tell Poppy, Scully said, hey, I will. He's in bed right now, Poppy, but Scully, but I'll be sure to tell him. And then this one here is called Merlot. And I really like this color, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it. This yarn is super soft, but I've never worked with it before. So I don't know. It doesn't, some acrylic yarns can feel a little plasticky and squeak. I call it squeaky. But this does not feel like that. I bent it over and squished it in my fingers, and it feels really nice. Let me see. Is this 100%? No. Oh, cool. This is 66% polyester, 30% acrylic, and 4% wool. So that's why it's got that really cool feel to it. And then I got this thing. And honestly, it was on an end cap, and it was $4.99, and I thought it was a deal because normally they're like $10. It's Wool Ease Air, and the color is called Sable, and it is made in Turkey, size 6, bulky weight. It's 218 yards in this, so that's pretty good. I will use this for some kind of amigurumi, but this is also acrylic wool and polyester too. And I love the feel of it. It's very lightweight, and I could almost describe it as fluffy. So you have 24 of these? Chloe, my goodness. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one, honestly. Maybe make a bear with it or some kind of little toy. I won't be doing that tonight simply because I don't have a pattern right off the top of my head that I think would work with this. But I love how lightweight it is. I really do. And I might end up going back and get some more. Look at that. Now you see why I call it fluffy. And this would probably work a lot, really, really good if you carried another yarn with it. Like maybe a 3-weight worsted, and you'd be able to see your stitches a little better. And it would give it some substance, like some rigidity and some structure. So there's that. That's all I got. So go ahead and yarn shame me if you want to. Hey, Michelle, thanks for coming in tonight. Jane Doe, it's good to see you. What I'm working on right now is this really super colorful, hat pattern. I just kind of started working on it today. Poppy had this little Christmas shindig at his job. Let me tell y'all, I made baked beans and they were delicious. But somebody brought this really yummy potato casserole dish with cheese and bacon and all that yummy stuff in it. And then they had, what they have for bit? Somebody brought some collard greens. They were good, but they weren't my collard greens. I can't yarn shame. I got 6 skeins of yarn tonight. Michelle, thank you. Thank you for that. But anyhow, they cooked ribeye steaks on the grill for us. And now his shop is really, really small. So there's only about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only about 6 or 8 employees that I can think of off the top of my head. And they got to bring their spouses or their significants. And yeah, it was a really nice time. It was a nice time. So he works really close to Michael's. And I asked him if he would take me to Michael's because I needed little pom-poms to go on the hat, right? Look, I know it don't match, but I thought it would be cute. And I don't like gray and black on little kids. So, and they didn't have real colorful pom-poms. They just had this color, gray and black. So I got this color. So I got those, and then I was walking up, and whenever you go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby or any of those stores, you can't stop yourself from looking up and down the yarn aisle. If you can do that, tell me how. Because I can't. I have absolutely no self-discipline when it comes to that. Let me see what doctor told me not to go to those events anymore. Don't eat that. Well, yeah. I I understand, Scully, but I was real hungry. Chloe got it from early Christmas for family. Okay. That was really nice. That was super nice of them. Yeah. Hang on one second. So, you know what? I'll turn on my little thing here so that y'all can see what I'm doing. I think this is the one I'm supposed to hit. Let's check it out. Okay, I'm going to add my fingers to the stage. And now I'm going to switch them, okay? There. Look at me. I'm learning. All I'm doing with this hat is double crochets in the back loops. I want it to be kind of stretchy. I don't really know what size head I'm dealing with because I haven't seen my niece in, oh gosh, probably about 13 months, maybe a little longer. Trade you a signed copy of one of my books for a bit. Deal, Scully. You got a deal. Tell me what's your favorite color. Y'all, Scully lives very close to me. And he's an author. Then he reads his stories on his channel, Scully Pop. And he does ASMR while he's reading his stories. And if y'all have not been to his channel, please go and visit that channel. How many mods do I have in here? Jane Doe, I know you are good for this. Would you please go to Scully Pop's channel and post his link for me? Because if y'all haven't been to his channel, you are in for a treat. And that is no lie. I've been listening. Scully, how long have I been on your channel, watching your channel? Probably about, I don't know, at least 4 or 5 years. Teal is your, okay, I got that color. Look, I have a whole yarn store in my living room, between my living room and my bedroom. Okay, that sounds good. And bring your laptop so we can discuss all your pretty artwork, and you can show me how to do a minuscule little bit of that. 4 years. Okay. There, Jane dropped his link. Y'all, please go subscribe to his channel because he's really, really good at what he does. One of my favorite ones that he's ever done. Okay. I'm going to tell you, Scully, I still love the Dutch coffee shop. It's one of my favorites. And thank you, Chloe. Yeah, Bakehouse sounds really good. Yeah, I can get on my bike and ride up there. But I love the Dutch coffee shop, and I loved that Gothic story that you did just a few weeks ago. That really intrigued me, and I wish that you would do more of those if you're taking requests. Maybe we a first edition of Dutch cup, that would be so nice. That'd be really nice, Scully. I would really appreciate that. So I love the Gothic. I did. That was like, I loved it. And it was a short story too, and I like that too. Because, I'm an old lady now, and I don't... my attention span is not as long as it used to be. So what are all of your plans for, look at here. I'm sitting here crocheting, and y'all can't even see what I'm doing because I got my hands all over the place. Oh, I'm sorry. I got distracted by Scully. Great thing about short stories, you can make a series. Yes, you can. You sure can. What I wanted to say is I'm doing double crochets in the back loop only. And then down here at the end is, see how it's gets narrower down here? I'm doing single crochets. There's 5 single crochets and then a half double. And then I start my doubles all the way down to the end. I'm fast crochet. No, I'm actually not near as fast as some people, Scully. I wish I were. I wish I could go a little faster. But I kind of enjoy every single stitch that I do. That sounds ridiculous, but it's the truth. Be right. I'm going to get some milk. Okay, Chloe. I don't know if y'all saw my videos that I posted this week. I had 2 shorts videos. But my grandson was born on Tuesday, December the 17th. He is 7 pounds and 10 ounces and 19 inches long, and probably one of the most beautiful babies I've ever seen in my whole life, except for my daughter Violet. He is a super beautiful child, just crazy pretty. But his name is Eugene Wilder. Now, Wilder's not his last name. Wilder's is his middle name. And hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I messed up. I'm not going to tell you what his last name is because you gotta protect the privacy of these youngins. Thank you, Jane Doe. He really, that picture that I posted of him, he was only maybe 3 hours old. And the first time I laid eyes on him, his eyes were wide open. He was alert and looking around like he knew exactly where he was and who everybody was. It was kind of interesting because, you know, a lot of times when babies are born, they're tired and they're not taking in so much information. But he was, and now the other day I was talking to my son on the telephone and I got to hear what his lungs sound like. And little man can get some attention. But I was really happy that he was a little boy. You know, we didn't know until he was born what he was. And in fact, we got to the hospital. Okay, we left here at 5:30. We got to the hospital at about between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. And she had had the baby while we were on our way. Well, they didn't tell us what it was then either. Well, then we sat in the waiting room for about 2 hours because she was in recovery. She had to have a C-section, which, you know, she was really unhappy about that. But I'm just grateful that we got ourselves a happy grandbaby, you know. And anyhow, we waited in the waiting room with her family, her mom and dad and her sister, my ex-husband and his wife, my daughter, number 2 daughter, the one that's a social worker, and then me and Poppy. So the waiting room was full of people there to see our baby. And she made us wait another 2 hours before she told us it was a boy. Can you believe that? I'm like, what is the big secret now, people? Come on. So anyhow, but we did eventually find out and we were happy and all is right with the world, you know? They're going to be calling him Wilder. And I find that just a little strange. And, but you know what? Like I told my son, it's your baby and you can name me whatever the heck you want to. I named my babies what I wanted to. So there you have it. But I did tell him, this don't look right. Something's going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's why it don't look right. Okay. It's just my eyes. It's not anything I did wrong. 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if I'll ever finish this hat or not. I love the colors though. What do y'all think of my colors here? This is the yarn that I'm using. It's Loops and Threads, and it's their version of Caron Simply Soft. It's called Soft and Shiny. And the color is, what is the color? Fiddlesticks. Oh, it says, this is not very original at all, and I'm disappointed. The color is called Party Multi. But the colors are beautiful. And I like that they match without matching each other. Does that make sense? So yeah. Hey Mona, are you still in here? Excuse me. Y'all, I was sick last week. And I have this lingering cough from being a little bit sick. Well, it was a week. It wasn't this week that we're in right now. It was week. But I'm going to put a link down if you want to come up and hang out with me. I'll make us little. Copy and paste. And in a minute, for those of you who are who came in afterwards, I'll show you. Oh, fiddlesticks! There we go. some of the yarn that I bought. I'm in the middle of making a teddy bear for my little grandson, but I haven't finished anything except for his head. I started working on his arms, and I was having a really hard time seeing the yarn. So I put it away for a couple of days so that I can, okay, no rush. Let me know when you're ready. I'm just put it in the chat. I'm not going to email it or anything. Your first grandbaby is 6 months old, and his name is Wiley. Oh, that's a nice name, Scully. I like that. Like, Wiley Cody. You became a grandfather 1 week after you turned 55. Wow. I bet you thought you were going to have to wait forever. But you know what? That's not a bad thing. Hang on, let me think. I turned 50 and my first grandchild was born that following April. My birthday's in December. And that was an all right age for me to be a grandma. My poor father, my father had me when he was 17. Both of my parents were 17. And I had my first one when I was 20. So that made my father a 37-year-old grandfather, which, you know, that had to be kind of interesting. But now he's a 75-year-old great-grandfather. In fact, we are going up to Georgia day after Christmas, and we get to visit with my parents, and I am so tickled. Let's see. What picture was from when you were 40? The one in your YouTube thing? Shoot, go out to the kiln. There are 33-year-old grandparents out there. I don't doubt that, Scully. Good grief. I don't doubt that a bit. In fact, I know a young lady from the kiln that just turned 15 and had a baby. This one in that, yeah, okay, the one in the circle there. Okay. I thought that's what you were talking about. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I'll be so happy when Christmas is over and done for this year. You know, Christmas has always been kind of hard for me. And for many, many years, I kind of just put on my happy face and got through it anyway. And I know a lot of people are that way. I'm not special. I know a lot of people struggle at Christmas time. But it always felt to me like, and this is going to sound depressing, but it really isn't. I feel like Christmas sometimes has just a dark cloud over it. The weather feels dark. The season feels dark. The everything about it to me, except for the music, feels dark. And a lot of times, if I get to feeling kind of dark, I'll turn on Christmas music and it makes me happy. But this year, it's been a little darker than normal. And I told Poppy about it today. I said, you know, I don't know what it is about Christmas. It just feels so heavy. And I said, but for those folks who don't believe in the power of the new year, I think they've never experienced what I have before, because I'm telling you, this is God's honest truth. And it sounds so crazy to me, to say it out loud. But when January 1st rolls around, I feel like the sun comes out. It's like the darkness lifts, and you wake up on January 1st, and most of the time it's sunny and bright and beautiful, and it's a whole different feeling. And so I truly believe in starting over. Maybe because I've had to do it quite a few times. Oh, I'm sorry, Scully. Yeah, I know that's got to be difficult. You know, my mama passed when I was 8 years old. So this is my 50th year without her. I don't remember a lot about her, to be honest with you. And that's unfortunate. I wish I did, but I just don't. So sometimes, but now I did have my grandmas, and her mother and her grandmother, which would be my grandma and my great grandma. And I had them till I was in my late 20s. And I'm so, so grateful that I got to have them for as long as I did. But now I have pretty much just become the matriarch of my family. Oh, you know what? Scully, do you remember, and you probably don't, but a while back I asked you about any ghost stories that you might have heard about Long Beach. Hey, Madwood Barbecue Terry, how are you doing tonight? I got the cutest wrapped Christmas gift today, and I put it under the tree. I'm waiting until Christmas morning to open it because I'm a believer. Well, now that we're on my channel and not your channel, Scully, I didn't want to talk about it on your channel because that's not the place for it. But I'll tell you here a really strange experience that I had here in Long Beach. And what got me thinking about it was your Gothic story. So, okay, we had been, I don't remember where me and Poppy had been, but we had the kids with us in the back seat of the car, and we were coming home, and we used to live in Green Acres. So we're driving down Railroad, and it was right before you make that right to go into Green Acres if you're coming from, say, the high school. And we were driving, and Poppy was going a little bit kind of speed limit. I think it's 40, 45, right? So we're all sitting there gabbing and talking and listening to the radio. We might have been coming home from a band trip or going out to eat or something like that. And all of a sudden, I hollered at Poppy, "Stop, stop." He slams on the brakes. He saw something too. And, all right, I'll tell you what it was. There was a man on the side of the road, really tall man. And the crazy thing about him was he had this really tall hat on, kind of like Abraham Lincoln hat. He was dressed in black, but I couldn't see his clothes. He was just a black figure. It just looked like, but he had a long coat, kind of with tails. Crazy. So Poppy, I told Poppy, stop, you're going to hit the person. He slams on brakes because he was doing that at the same time I was hollering, right? I'm going to call it a person. This person walked out into the middle of the road, tipped his hat to, and disappeared in the middle of Railroad. Now, the crazy thing is, now this was about a block before you make that right into Green Acres. So around Twin Lakes, somewhere around there. And the crazy thing about it was my kids saw that too. Poppy saw, because I looked at Poppy, I said, "Did you see that?" He says, well, yeah, I saw it. You saw me slam on brakes. I thought I was going to hit him. And my daughter piped up in the back seat. She said, I saw him, Mama. And I said, what was he wearing? She said, he was wearing some kind of coat. She said it was a long coat. My son, who was just a little boy at the time, he might have been 6 years old. He says, oh, I saw him too, Mom. He had a hat on. They're describing what I saw. And I just thought it was really strange. Number one, that happened at all. And number two, that the whole family saw the same thing at the same time. Because usually when you hear stories like that, one person sees something, but nobody else does. So I thought that was super interesting. And I thought maybe you could kind of make a story out of that or something, because I think it would be really interesting. You know what? The first thing I thought of after I processed everything, I'm like, I bet one of them people lived down there across the tracks that drowned during a hurricane or something. It was crazy. It was a crazy event. And I know that my storytelling is not near as good as yours, but it was pretty darned insane. Look, I got Mona coming up to the stage.
Hey,
How are you, my friend?
I'm fine. How are you?
I couldn't be better today. I'm almost done with
Okay.
everything.
All right.
I
Bye-bye.
got to make this hat, and I've got to make some more of those little doodads hair. And I've got to wrap 5 more gifts.
Oh, hey, Scully.
And then I'm done. Oh, and I got to make my gumbo.
You making some gumbo?
I'm making gumbo for our seafood extravaganza that we're having for Christmas dinner.
Oh, doggone. I probably need to take a ride.
You might need to. We're going to have plenty. I think we're getting 20 pounds of snow crab legs.
Hey,
My
Jane Doe.
my oldest daughter, etouffee. I'm making gumbo. My middle daughter is, what did she say she was bringing? Oh, 2 and something else, and I can't look at my phone else. But they want me to make a broccoli salad with cranberry raisins and feta cheese and what else?
Girl, don't make me pack up my car right now. You know I'm tired.
You are welcome anytime.
Hey, Bone Tire, how you doing?
Oh, thank you so much, Denise. I appreciate that. I can't wait to see him again. I promise you that. He's thinking about firing up the smoker. Wait a minute. They'll have a pot of gumbo tomorrow in the country. Cost $100 to make. Holy Moses, really? $100 with lump crab meat and the works. Well, I'm only making mine with shrimp and crawfish. Crawfish that I froze over the last spring. What happened to you, Mona? Where'd you go?
I'm just sitting here. I don't know. Don't ask me.
I'm sorry. I didn't do that to you, but shoot.
Hey.
StreamYard said, I don't think so right now.
Heck yeah, crawfish.
I'm making it with crawfish and shrimp.
I had lump crab meat yesterday at the Atlanta Fish Market. Delicious.
Oh yeah. Where's the Atlanta Fish Market? I guess in Atlanta. Miss Peachnut, that does sound delicious.
She over there in Georgia.
Somebody needs to make some potato salad, Scully.
I'll make it.
Okay, you can bring the tater salad.
Heck yeah. I make some good tater salad.
Me and Poppy went to a restaurant last weekend. Okay, I had to go over to the Joann's in Slidell. And Slidell is about, I'm going to say 45 minutes west of me. So it's just a little trip down the interstate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we went over there because my daughter wants me to make a dinosaur for her. She's been asking me to make this dinosaur for her for 10 years.
Uh-oh.
And I was always kind of intimidated by it because...
Nice restaurant.
Because I had never made the stuffed animals before.
Okay.
I was just good at making blankets and tablecloths and, shawls and things like that. Hey, God's Desire.
Hey, God's Desire for me.
Mud pie. Good grief. Stop it, Scully. You're going to make us all fat. Jeez.
Mississippi mud pie. Look, it's okay. I'll be fat. I'm already fat. So all I got to do is just work out more. You know what I'm saying?
So anyhow, we go over there. We went to the best restaurant because we were hungry. It was early morning. We left at like 7 a.m. to get over to Slidell and go and get the yarn that I needed. Because I got all the yarn I needed to make this stuffed animal for my daughter. Now, mind you, my daughter's 35 years old and is too big for stuffed animals, but I'm going to make it for her anyway.
Ain't never too big.
So I got all my yarn and we were starving. So we ended up asking some of the local people that were there with us, hey, where's a good place to go eat that's got, we can sit down and have just a home cooked breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one couple recommended a place called S&H Good Eats Cafe.
Okay.
Girl.
Are they going to be open?
Girl. This place ain't got but about between 12 and 15 tables in the whole restaurant. It's an old house. It looks like it's fallen apart. The front porch, you sit on the front porch and you sign your name in, and they come out and get people as other folks leave.
Wow.
They got a great big chalkboard out front where they put all their daily specials on it.
Yeah.
Y'all, I had the best breakfast I have had in 20 years. And all it was eggs, potatoes, and ham in a bowl.
But it was still good.
Dear God. I can't even explain it to you. The puppy got pancakes. And they were the thickest, fluffiest pancakes. And they were fluffy and dense at the same time, if that makes any sense. They were exactly what a pancake ought to be. And I was so tickled with them. And they're not super expensive. So if you've never been to the S&H Good Eats Cafe and you're in Slidell, you need to go. They're amazing. They have daily specials every day. And they're reasonably priced. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I always do that.
Oh, I'm making a fingerless glove.
Are you?
Yes.
Let me see. Oh, I love that color. And that hat you made with that is beautiful. Show everybody your hat.
You want to see my hat?
Of course they do. It's the Crochet Channel. Well, it is tonight anyway. I was wondering if I should do a video on how I make my gumbo. Because there's rules to making gumbo, y'all. You can't put what flies with what swims. You have to stir your gumbo counterclockwise, because stirring it the way the clock goes encourages hurricanes. That's the lore. There's a lot of rules about making gumbo. That's just 2 of them. I have 10 of them written down, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. Okay, show them your hat.
I did.
Oh, shoot.
You was talking.
I was talking about gumbo. That is such a beautiful hat. I love that. And I love the ridges in it. the front, is that a front post double?
Yes.
Yeah. I love that. Emerald says sip 2 beers while you make the roux. You know, the roux is crazy because you can't cook roux fast. And a lot of restaurants around here have gumbo that tastes like dirt. And that's because they cook their roux too fast.
Thank you.
And they burn it. Yeah, Mona did a great job on that hat. Chloe, can I get to know you a little bit better before I invite you on my stream, dear? 4. Please don't take it the wrong way, but
it took me 2 years.
I have to be very, very careful who I have out here. Yeah, it took Mona about 2 years
for an hour. She still didn't let me up.
Look, Mona.
She said, I didn't even see you. Ah. Okay, she didn't see me. Ah. That's all right. That's all right. We've been knowing each other for what?
Oh my God, I don't even know. You were like my first
3 or 4 years.
Hey, Mona, you were my first super fan.
For real?
Yeah, I won't never forget Mona.
All night long.
Back in the day, it didn't matter.
All night long.
Nobody could have showed up in my live stream, but Mona was gonna be there.
But you know why? Because you was on in the middle of the night all night long. I can go to sleep and wake up and you still talking.
I'd still be there. And yeah, I missed
the sun to come up. She's still. I'm like, girl.
I only was on when the sun came up like twice.
Look.
Usually I would quit around 4 in the morning. 3 or 4. But
5.
Sometimes 5. Sometimes 5. Sometimes Poppy would come in here. He'd been sleeping all night, would come in here. Are you still on stream?
You still on there? Yeah, she's still on here.
Like, yes, I am. Would you please make some coffee? But
yeah, that's when I used to stay up all night. Now I didn't train myself to be able to go to sleep.
Well,
about 2, 3 o'clock.
I missed my live stream Saturday night because I fell asleep. And girl, I slept all night long.
Oh, you needed it.
And I haven't done that in months.
It's okay.
And it was nice. Now, last night I went to sleep kind of early, probably about 9 o'clock, and I slept till 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, if I could do that every day, I would be really happy with that. I like going to bed early and waking up really early. You know what? My teenage self just slapped me in the mouth. My teenage self said, I never thought I'd ever hear you say that. Because when I was a teenager, honey, I could sleep for 6 days in a row. I didn't care.
Oh, you? Girl, I hated to wake up.
I did too.
Look, wake up, look around, and be gone for hours.
But then again,
I really was.
When I was a young person, I could stay up for days at a time too. You know, like go to work and then get off work and go party a little bit and then go back to work and do the same thing for 2 or 3 days and then sleep for the whole weekend. Because I used to work night shift. So I would get off at like 11 and then I wouldn't have nothing to do. And my daughter was staying at my grandma's, so she was sleeping and safe. So I'd just go gallivanting, you know. Boy, I got myself in some trouble. Oh, Jesus. Thank you, Lord, for saving me. Terry, you just went 48 hours on 6 hours of sleep. Why did you do that? I mean, do you have insomnia too? Chloe is making a granny square. I love granny squares. I truly do. They are so versatile, and you can make anything with a granny square. You can make a hat, you can make a purse, you can make a grill cover, you can make whatever you want to.
I've seen a lot of stuff made with granny squares.
Yeah. Blankets and tablecloths and hot pads.
I have a bad insomnia.
Okay.
I used to have it really bad.
Well, hopefully I get used to sleeping 3 hours at a time. Like at night, I can sleep for 3 when I have insomnia. At night, I can sleep from like 3 till 5:30 or 6 in the morning. And then I'll take a nap during the day and sleep from maybe 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, somewhere in there. But I get on that schedule, right? Like with my YouTube and stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then when my sleep schedule kind of evens out, it messes up like my live streams and the other stuff I do around here. But I will say that whenever I have insomnia, my house is a lot cleaner.
Yeah, that part. And not on here.
Yeah. I'm that, and when I wake up really early, like 3 o'clock in the morning, that's when I do most of my cleaning, is like from 3 to 5 before the kids or my husband wake up. You've been making them since the 1st of December. So how many do you have, Chloe? Michelle says she's making a hat with 2 strands of yarn. One is, oh, I bet that's pretty, Michelle. Did you have it on your channel? Mona, have you been to Michelle's channel?
No, I haven't.
She's a crochet channel. She does live streams too, and other videos too. So if you're interested, go ahead and throw some yarn in her window.
That's what I'm going to do right now.
She usually has 3 or 4 people that come up on her stream that are crocheters too. And a lot of times Jackie's in the chat. Jackie, are you still in the chat? Oh, you're welcome, dear. Look, Chloe's counting them granny squares. She said, let me count them. She's going to say 629.
Yeah, I might have to put them in my algorithm so they can come up, because I go to them. They come up in my algorithm because I'm connected with so many people, and it's just hard.
I understand. I really do.
It is hard, man. I'm like, but they want to put other people that I'm not connected to in my algorithm.
In your homepage.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that to me too. Thank you, God's Desire. I love them too. I love anything colorful. And
what are you making?
It's a hat. It's going to be a hat. It'll be a hat in a minute. Maybe about.
Wow. I ain't made a hat like that.
Well, I haven't either. I'm experimenting.
Okay.
No, I wanted to say to you, Jackie, that I'm really happy that I ran across your channel and that we met each other. And you have been. I enjoy your company, and I enjoy going to your live streams, and I enjoy talking to you on my live streams. So there, how you like that? One. Oh, fiddlesticks. Y'all, I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not right. Okay. That is not right. Why do I only have 4? Oh, I know why. I'm at the wrong end trying to make single crochets. I don't have no sense. So I did, I got the yarn to make Tanner, Jackie. Tanner is the Triceratops that my daughter wants me to make for her. And he has strawberries on his nose. Well, you know, Jackie, I ran into a lot of other crochet channels because of your channel too. And I'm happy to have those resources as well. And I enjoyed your she posted a video today of walking through an animal farm, petting zoo at the at a safari, animal safari, I think was the name of it. Thank you for dropping her link, Jane Doe. Would you get hung up on something?
Who, me?
Yeah.
You told me to go to Michelle, so I'm over here at Michelle.
Oh, okay.
And watching the short so that it'll stick.
Okay. I don't know how many rows of this. Now her head's gonna be bigger than that. Oh, you have 18 squares. Good job, Chloe. Are you going to make a blanket with it? What are you going to do with them? Because, see, I make squares and I just throw them in a storage container. And
you got 18 squares?
Apparently, I just collect granny squares. Hey, Mona, can you hold on to my stream for me and entertain my folks, because I have to run to
That's
the
why
ladies.
You wanted me to come up here to hold on to the stream so she can go.
Look here, I got to pee every now and then.
Deposit.
I'll be right back.
Look, I understand, because that's why I told you to hold on. Look, we wasn't gonna have this. Now I need some water. Let's see, because I was getting ready to clean my kitchen up before I go to bed. So, because tomorrow I got to go out in the garden. Hopefully it don't rain. Y'all need to see Annabus has getting so big and rotten. Oh, you know what? That's they're not getting big and rotten. No, they might be getting big. And how old is Annabus? How old is he? Yeah. I wonder if I've been over there. See, she got me going to work, so I'm gonna have to catch that link after she come back. Living our simple lives. I love it when little bitty children is bad. I love it. Because if they bad now, they won't be bad later. If they good now, they're gonna be bad later. See, my godson, he's so bad. Oh my God. But he gonna be all right later on, though. I'll make sure of that he gonna be all right. He's 5 years old. He loves the garden. I'm good. How are you? Living is my other channel. Oh, okay. So you have more than one channel. Then get me right, because I'll be all over the place. I'll be like, who is this?
Good. You can call me Violet's mom if you want to.
Living our simple lives. I wonder if I'm already connected to you over there. Sounds familiar. And then you got the handcrafted by Jackie. I'm sure I haven't been over there because I've been wanting to follow somebody that does the adding machine, because I have an adding machine, but I don't use it. I haven't used it in a long time because, I get the yarn on there, but I don't know how to take it off.
Mona, that might be so much easier on your wrist too.
Well, I hope so.
The Addy, I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was trying the loom.
Yeah.
I'm getting there. Yeah, it's just when I finished in a little bit, I did like a row the other night. It's not bad to do that loom because I can take a break.
Right. Yeah. See, if I was
Can I
actually
have your
knitting,
squares?
I'm knitting a hat. But I'm not knitting Tom.
Okay. Now that she's
I'm
back, I can
crocheting
go
a
and
hat.
connect with you.
I need Jackie to show me how to do that mattress stitch. You should do a tutorial on that, Jackie. She does. She has beginner tutorials for her knitting machines. I'm buying myself one after Christmas. I'm giving my children the opportunity to pitch in together and buy me one for my birthday. Hey Angela, how are you? Hey Rudy, thank you. Thank you, Rudy. Welcome, Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook. Anybody who don't know Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook, needs to go over and check out his channel.
Yeah, he cooks up some good food over
He
there,
darn
y'all.
sure does. He's a chef, spent his whole life being a chef and restaurant owner, and that man can cook. And he cooks clean, and he don't cook no junk. No junk. Okay, I will go look, Jackie, because I think I remember how to do it, but I need to polish up my skills, honestly, as far as sewing is concerned. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. Isn't it crazy? After I was telling y'all earlier, I was sick last week, and this lingering cough is just making me crazy. And it's not a bad cough. It's just one of those annoying things, like you feel like something gets caught, like a little catch.
You got that thing in your throat.
Yeah.
So, you don't have no mullein?
No, I don't. What would I do with it? Make a tea?
Yes.
Okay. I can find some.
I'm not going to tell you to smoke it. They say you can.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I did hear that because they say it's good. Robin was saying that a lot of people smoke it for asthma,
Yeah.
which really sounded a little counterproductive to me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But she was saying that there's a lot of people that do that and get relief. But again,
that's what they say.
My son used to have childhood little baby asthma, and it was caused by an allergic reaction to the carpet shampoo cleaner I was using. But it took 3 times to go into the emergency room before it dawned on me that it was the carpet cleaner. But they gave him a nebulizer, one of them things they wear on their face, and they breathe in the medicine, and it sends out this vapor with the medicine in it, and I'm thinking, well, that's just like smoking too. So maybe there is a point, I'm just associating the two things together to make it make sense in my crazy head. Thank you, Jane Doe, for dropping Tom's link. So what do you have planned for the next couple of days, Mona?
Huh?
What do you have planned for the next couple of days?
Nothing.
You just gonna sit there?
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here.
I envy you.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that. Maybe next year. Lord willing, and the
You
creek.
might not want to do that. You keep on doing what you're doing, spend time with your family, and be around people.
That might be good advice.
Yeah, it is.
Because honestly, I think that if I got real used to being by myself, I'd like it a whole lot.
You would love it.
I know.
Me
And
like
then I
you
wouldn't
like it
be
too much.
hey, and then I wouldn't be no good to nobody.
Oh.
You know. 1,
Ooh.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Damn, I done messed up somewhere.
You did.
Yeah, it
What
don't.
pattern are you using? Are you using
The one Jessica was talking about yesterday.
that is such a pretty pattern, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I told you she had me over there crocheting
Mm-hmm.
gloves while I was there.
Mm-hmm. 2, 3.
And I was discovering other stuff.
Right. Like what? Never mind. I don't even want to know, do
They
I?
were saying, do it one way, and I did it another way, and the way I was doing it was better than what the way they was talking about doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah, because the way they was saying how to end it, they was doing the crochets, and it was doing decreases in the crochet, and it was
Oh,
causing it to be really tight.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I wasn't decreasing; I was just putting the two in the space.
Uh-huh.
So, and it came out to where it was actually better than what they was doing. Well,
Right.
for me, it was
For
better.
you it was, right.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Because you want to be able to move your fingers. You don't want to be all tight. You don't want.
Exactly.
Anyway,
You don't want something binding up your hand while you're trying to use it,
do stuff right.
Right. That's why I made mine so loose. Did y'all see that I finished my little fingerless gloves?
Yeah,
And they're very loose. I can
yeah,
even look here.
yeah.
I can warm my fingers up by sticking them
Right,
in there.
right.
Um, but they're very sometimes what I do the
I
reason I
need that
keep them
pattern.
right here on the here I can do it that way. The reason
Yeah,
I keep them right here on the table is because a lot of times it gets really cold in my kitchen.
yeah.
Um, and so my hands will like feel like ice cubes, and it's hard to crochet when your hands are cold. So I just warm them up, wear these while I'm crocheting. It's not the easiest thing to do, really, to crochet with these on because they kind of get in the way a little bit, but it does keep my hands warm while I'm working on stuff.
I gotta make me a tea in a little bit.
A what?
Some
A
tea.
tea?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of tea you gonna make? 1, 2.
Miss Peachnut told me make me some turmeric and ginger tea.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, you have all those ingredients. I do not.
You ain't got no turmeric and ginger in your cabinet.
I have ginger. I don't have any turmeric.
You don't have like powder. You ain't got no powdered turmeric.
No, I don't use that.
Okay, well, guess what?
I need to get
So,
some.
exactly. Get some and get you some fresh, and you have both. You work.
I thought about
the-
growing some.
Man, I need to go and pull mine up to see if it's ready because it looked like it's trying to die out.
How can you tell if it's ready though?
Look, the leaves is dying, so evidently it ain't ready, right? I don't know.
Either that or it's dead.
Oh yeah, I love bread. I miss hearing my squares. Huh?
Are they talking to you, Chloe?
No, you're talking, Mom.
You're she's trying to say something else.
Okay.
I'm sure of it.
Tom said you need to go get you some turmeric.
Apparently.
You need to have some powder and you need to have fresh.
So Tom's talking about for cooking. You're talking about for tea making. But
Cooking, tea, all the above.
Well, what in the
It's
world
good
do
to
you
have
cook?
in the house, especially if you got that cough over there. You can put you some turmeric and some ginger.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got some clove, you put some clove up in there.
I have.
You have any clove?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you can put some clove up in there and make you a tea.
Okay.
That's gonna open that clove is gonna open you up.
Okay.
You know, because you usually use that when, like, if you got a toothache or something, You can
Yes.
put a whole clove in there and then numb your mouth.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Yeah. And
Um,
then I'm thinking some basil and some oregano.
I've got that.
Okay.
Oh, you're
Just
measuring your squares. Okay.
I was wondering what the what? She
Chloe
know
thought those squares were talking to you.
I say these squares are talking to me. Look.
So
Okay.
Chloe's got the magic.
Okay.
She's got the crochet mojo if she's got them squares
Make
talking.
sure some fire
Fire
cider
cider
and
and
keep
keep it
it
for when
for
you
when
need
you
it.
need it. Make some fire cider. Now, if I tell you I drank 2 tubes of fire cider
Yeah.
and I went from my climate
Yeah.
up to St. Louis. Now
Right.
you know I was supposed to go to St. Louis and get sick. I didn't sniffle. I even got caught in the rain. In the cold. It was 39, 37, something
Oh.
like that in there.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't catch a cold. And when I came back from St. Louis to Texas, I didn't get you see, I'm not sick
You're not sick.
at all.
Making ginger ale fresh with club soda. Yeah, Tom's got a video how he made ginger ale homemade in his
Oh, I'm gonna have
kitchen.
to check that out because I love ginger ale.
Yeah.
I love ginger ale.
I don't know how to make fire cider, Jackie.
Robin got a video step by step on how to make fire cider. She the one sent me the fire cider.
I remember
so I know it works.
I remember that. Okay, let me ask you this. Is it real spicy hot?
It's spicy hot, but
it won't light your whole face on fire.
No. It's tolerable.
Okay.
It's just hot for a little bit. You know, you can splash something behind it, you know, but I do it on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
That'd be the first thing I take in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go look at Robin's recipe.
I can't wait till it get here because I ordered some more.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did. I'm looking to not have no cold or anything this winter.
And it's supposed to, what does fire cider supposed to do? Just keep germs away?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it builds up your immune system.
All right then.
So that, you know, if anything come along, it could fight it. And pretty much, like I said, I mean, I'm good.
Tom, it's called the Glamour Planner. Jane, if you're in here, would you go and drop the link for Tom for the Glamour Planner? I know Jane knows who she is.
Who has that video on fire cider?
Yeah, she does. Jane knows who Robin is. All right.
Yeah, she's a herbalist. So she knows her stuff.
She sure does. I don't know how big this stinking hat's supposed to be, but I'm tired of working on it, y'all. And I can't stop. I wish that I could crochet about twice as fast as what I do.
I don't want to. The way my wrist is hurting, I don't think if I go any faster, I think that's going to cause me to have a problem.
Your wrist be flying off into space.
But they say I go fast, so
really,
yeah.
I am not a fast.
Especially when I get deep in it and I know the formula of it.
Yeah.
And you know, I get in my own little spot. I do get a little.
Well, the reason I decided to make this hat like this is because, you know, when you just do a rectangle and you fold it over and you sew up the seam, then you have to go around the top of it and cinch it together. And it's always so bulky if you do it the rectangle way. So I thought I would do it smaller on the one end that you have to cinch up. And that way it wouldn't feel so heavy and bulky up in the crown. It would, I don't know, just lay better.
I have a hat that I need to put together.
What you mean put together?
Is coming loose at the
Oh.
top.
Yeah.
So I need to figure out how to sew it back together. Hey, Yankee Kyle.
Or this, hey, Yankee Kyle, thanks for coming in tonight. Merry Christmas to you, dear. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful new year. Look, y'all, I'm looking forward to that new year.
Me too. We're going to see what the new year is going to bring.
I'm excited about it. I always get excited for the new year, though. Always. You know, when I was a child, my grandma used to tell me that New Year's was her favorite holiday. And I asked her why, you know, because to me, if Christmas wasn't your favorite holiday, then what's wrong with you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But that's because I was a child. And it took till after she passed away and I got to be an old lady before it dawned on me exactly why New Year's was so refreshing. And yeah, I could almost say New Year's is probably my favorite holiday.
Okay.
And Mother's Day.
My birthday.
Well, my birthday's 2 days
Well,
before.
I ain't going to even say it's my birthday. It's part of it, but like 2 weeks after my birthday is my favorite.
Okay. Well, my birthday is 4 days after Christmas and 2 days before payday. Every year.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Actually, it's 2 days before New Year's.
18 years ago. It's going to be 19 years, April 7th, that I had a quadruple bypass.
Oh, wow.
So I always, that's
you celebrate that
it's
day?
like, it's a rebirth for me.
Yes.
You know,
definitely.
I see life different.
Yeah. You do, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. I appreciate it more.
Much
what
more.
I was doing then, I took advantage of it.
I'll tell you what, though. I see things differently since I had my heart attack. And I'm like that. I don't take things for granted so much anymore. And I try to enjoy every minute that I spend with the people I care about. But also, it really took the fear of dying away from me. I'm not afraid of that anymore. And that's a good thing because I lived in fear of that for a very long time.
Right.
And now I don't. Now I do worry, you know, just like a mom will, you know, how are these kids going to make it without me? How's my husband going to survive? He can't even find his socks every morning, you know, that kind of stuff. But none of us make it out of here alive.
Right.
And that's a comfort to me.
It must be cold, Chloe. Cleo.
The puppies are at the heater. I've got a little space heater. It's one of them radiator types in my hallway. And the cats, it's insane to walk through the hallway at night because the cats will collect around that little radiator heater and just lay all over each other. And it's a ball of cats in the middle of the hallway. So you really have to pay attention to where you're walking.
Right. You be done stepped on somebody.
You be stepped on a cat or tripped and fallen in the middle of that pile and on the floor with them, you know. How long have I been on here? Y'all, at an hour and 30 minutes, I'm going to call this quits. Okay. Oh, shoot. That's a triple crochet. I didn't want to do that. How do you accidentally do a triple crochet? Jeez.
Easy.
I don't know. That seems like an awfully intentional stitch to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Yeah, because I made a mistake and went, well, you can make mistakes.
Oh, yeah. Believe me. And I'm getting to where I don't like to frog out my mistakes unless they're just the most egregious.
Oh, no. I ain't got no problems with frogging.
Like that blanket that I made my son, well, my son's baby. There was a little piece in it about this big. It was the width of a granny stitch. So 3 double crochets and a couple of chains. And the color wasn't right. It was a dyeing mistake at the factory. But the color was just a little bit off. And I wasn't paying attention. And I crocheted right through it, just kept going and going and going. I lifted up this blanket and I saw that spot right in the middle. And I thought, well, it's too late now because I'm not going back and fixing that. Because what I should have done was stopped and cut out that color that wasn't quite right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I should have tied the 2 ends together and went on. But I didn't, so I gave it to him like it was. They love it. That's what matters, right?
Right. That's all that matters.
Okay, I'll stay till you get back, Terry. Mona, try massage ball on your forearm. It should diminish your wrist pain. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
A massage ball. Like a tennis ball?
Something like this.
You just roll it.
Say roll it on my forearm.
I know my daughter
I'm gonna try anything, baby. You just don't know. I've been in pain for a couple of months now.
Yeah, she has. My daughter has that plantar fasciitis in her feet. And it gets really bad sometimes. But she keeps a frozen water bottle in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
And when her plantar fasciitis acts up, she'll get that bottle and roll her foot on that bottle back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And that helps her a lot.
That's good.
Yeah. Of course, there's other things she needs to do to help that. But she don't do all the things all the time. She only does the things when it hurts. And what she needs to do is all the things all the time. She'll be getting her new medication for that psoriasis here before too long. They're sending it in the mail. And then whenever they send it and we get it.
I use one with knobs on it. It works well. Okay, when I go to because I think I seen one over at Ollie's the other day. I'm gonna go over there and look. See if they got one.
Huh. I got to look that up. Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Would you look at that?
Yes, Jane Doe, it was. It was.
Mona, is that a
Calamanda?
That's funny.
I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Same to you, Tom.
Yes, back at you, Tom.
Seeing you again. I haven't seen you in a while.
Let us know when you get the firesider done. Enjoy them grandbabies too, even though yours aren't babies anymore, but they're still babies. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, shoot, I gotta start that over. Y'all, I'm getting so burnt out on this hat. I cannot even tell you. I don't know why.
So is it? I'm trying to figure out how you gonna put it on your head.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it this way. Okay. And
Oh,
then I'm going to sew up the side.
sew it up.
And then I'm going to cinch the top to make it a hat.
Oh
And then I'm going
Lord.
to fold this up
Yeah.
and I'm going to put a
Make
pom-pom.
that brim on it with a pom
See,
pom.
I bought that
Mm.
pom-pom.
Okay.
It's the only color they had other than black and
Okay.
gray. And I don't like black and gray. So, especially
Okay.
not on a child. But anyhow, before I go, I'll show you again. I bought some yarn.
Oh, look at you.
This has some wool in it. This
Yeah,
is
I can tell.
four. I got four of these. This is color is something about a iceberg. I thought it was gray, but it's actually a really cool blue color in the little specks.
Yeah.
And then I got this very neutral beige color called oat. And then I got this charcoal gray. Now, y'all, these are not my normal colors. Y'all know that. I like to crochet with bright, pretty colors. But
Right.
I got a book a few weeks ago with about wreaths, crocheted wreaths. And you make little amigurumi stuff to put on these wreaths and you decorate it with, I might have the book over here. Oh, crap. No, it's not here. Oh, right.
Wish you a Merry Christmas.
Oh, well. Anyhow, one of the wreaths that I want to make has a little bird on it and a birdhouse. And I was going to make it for spring and just hang it on my front door. And I bought these grapevine wreaths to make.
Okay.
And then I bought one of the wreaths uses these embroidery hoops. And then I got that and this elastic. I forget why I bought the elastic.
Uh-oh.
I don't know why I bought that. I guess I thought I needed it for something.
I bought elastic so that when I make them brims, I can put it on there and make it stiff.
Yeah. I like to buy the elastic that is like a rope. It's threaded. I mean, you can sew with it. You can thread it through a needle and sew with it. I like that kind a lot. But anyhow, that's why I bought this yarn, because the colors are nature type colors, and that's what the wreaths are. They're very natural and nature inspired wreaths. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to start that project after Christmas. And so I'll probably be doing some videos about that for a couple of weeks. Because this book I bought is just really cool. And I'll show it after the first of the year. Because I'm going on vacation on the 26th. I'm going to see my parents. And I'll be back sometime around the 30th, maybe the 31st. I really don't want to be driving or riding on New Year's Eve. I think that's dangerous. But it might happen that we are driving home that day. And I told Poppy, as long as we get home before dark, we can drive it. But if we're going to be driving after dark, I don't want to be on the road after dark.
Right.
On New Year's Eve. That's just taking your life.
No, that's not a good idea.
No, it's not. It's taking your life in your hands, because that's amateur night.
Right.
You know, it's when all the amateur drunks come out to play.
Right.
I'm not worried about those experienced ones. Do what?
You say amateur, that's amateur drunk night. I said the professionals too.
Well, I know the professionals, but they don't usually get caught.
Some of them do.
Some do. Some do. You are correct. I've seen it happen.
Did I tell you was moving?
What?
Madwood BBQ say.
Oh, yes, you did. You did. You're moving to Texas, aren't you, Terry? Right around the corner from you, I think. Mona. Not too far from you.
Oh.
You did hear about that Huffman meetup, didn't you?
The who? Huffman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's up the street from me.
Yeah, I thought so.
I want to move to Huffman, to be honest.
Oh, do you? How come?
Huh?
What's good about
you got
Huffman?
land?
Oh, okay, okay. Is it reasonable?
I don't know. I want to go find out.
I'm going to have to get on the realtor.coms. All right, guys. I'm about burned out on this hat, and I don't want to do it anymore.
Uh-oh.
I will finish it up tomorrow. I know that's disappointing to some, but that's how it's got to be. I will show it off on my next live stream. I might do a live stream from my dad's house and walk y'all around his property. How would you like that?
That'd be nice. I want to see those, oh, what kind of tree is that he got out there we've been talking about?
The persimmons?
Yes.
It will knock your socks off.
Yes.
This persimmon is like 8 feet tall and as wide. And the last time he sent me a picture of it, it was loaded with persimmons. Now, they've had a freeze since then, so it's, probably doesn't have any persimmons on it. But he's got 2, but that's the biggest one. He's got pear trees, pecan trees, blueberry bushes. He's got just a lot of stuff.
Yes, we need you to do a walk around.
Okay. Oh, and Terry wants to see the stray pig.
See?
I'll have to show y'all the stray pig. I named him Cupcake. But Dad doesn't know I've named him Cupcake.
Oh, wow.
Well, I was going to call him Beefcake, but he's a pig. There's no such thing as beef in a pig. So I thought that was stupid. So I decided Cupcake was a good name for him.
I might not like that.
Who, Dad or the pig?
The pig.
Well, he ended up having to build a pen for the pig because the pig was destroying the yard, especially up in front of the front porch. He would make a little, he was digging it out with his nose and making a furrow there right in front of the steps. And so he had to build a pen to keep the pig from tearing up the yard right there, because that's where they go in and out of the house. And my poor stepmother, she doesn't get around like she used to. And the last thing we need is for her to fall in a rut, And honestly, Dad don't need to be falling in a rut either. None of us do.
Right.
So, because I told you my dad was 17 when I was born. So he's not that much older than me.
Right. Or
my brothers, to be honest with you.
Wow.
There's 3 of us real close in age. The one next to me is 13 months younger than me. And then the next one come along, he was 4 years younger than me. And then we had one when I was 13. So that's the baby. And he's 40 something years old and still thinks he's the baby.
Bless he is baby.
He is. Believe me. He lives right next door to my parents.
Oh, wow.
And then my other brother lives a couple miles down the road. So hopefully one day, I would like to have a place up there one day, but I don't think I want to live there.
Why?
Because all my family is down here. I mean, my kids, my grandkids are all here. And I think I would like to have a place up there, and I'd like to stay up there maybe 3 or 4 months out of the year. and then come back down here the rest of it. Maybe half and half. Maybe. Oh, fiddlesticks. All right,
I
guys.
remember when I was in the service, I was in a special project in
Yeah.
San Marcos.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. That's like a college place.
Mm-hmm.
And baby, if I tell you when we went out, when they let us
When they
out,
let you out.
yeah, they let us out on the weekends. And I remember this was back in the day, they had hurricanes for 75 cents.
Are you kidding me? That's crazy.
We tried to drink them dry.
You probably succeeded a few
Now that's
times.
telling my age. Huh?
I said you probably succeeded a few times.
Well,
how many of you were there?
It was not a lot of us because we was a special project.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it was like a handful of us, and yeah, we was trying to drink them dry.
Well, I know
we didn't get to cut loose during the week. We only had one day a weekend to really
let your hair down a little bit.
Yeah, to relax.
Right.
Because we was always on P's and Q's for all that time.
Mm-hmm. I spoke to the nicest gentleman this afternoon when I was at Michael's. He was a Special Forces veteran. And he was talking to, all right, I had a little incident in the Michael's and I couldn't walk for a few minutes because my ankle, I was in a car accident when I was 16 and I screwed up my ankle and they had to pop it back on there for me. So anyhow, now that I'm old, it hurts me every now and then and it stops working and it won't hold me up. So I had an incident like that in there. And bless his heart, this man, he was huge. I swear to you, his shoulders were probably 3 feet across. He was an enormous guy. And he let us go ahead of him because he saw that I was struggling to walk. And I said, thank you so much. And I saw all the Special Forces. He had a hat on and he had his Special Forces pins and stuff on his hat. And him and Poppy started talking about, their service and stuff. But this man was just there was something about him that was just special. And I can't put my finger on what it was. And it wasn't that he let me go ahead of him in the line. He was just a sweet spirit, if that makes sense.
Yep, it makes a lot of sense.
And it made my whole day to talk to him. But this was a giant man. And not height-wise, but just a hulking type figure. And I don't know if it was his personality or his body type. You know what?
It was all the above.
It was both. It was both. And I just enjoyed him a whole bunch. So did Poppy. We talked about him half the way home. But he had 2 knee replacements this past year.
Wow.
And I asked him how that went for him. And he said that one of them was in real good shape. And it was like a brand new part on a car, He said, but the other one he was struggling with, they might have to redo it. But anyhow, we were also looking at Kyle and Buddha, Texas. You know what, Terry, if it was me looking in Texas for anything, it would be in the middle of nowhere with no neighbors.
That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm looking for. I ain't gonna lie.
That's where I would be. But, everybody needs different things.
I wish I could find that.
Oh, gosh, me too. I think that's what the draw to Georgia is for me because my parents live on that, 24 acres and it's just not a lot of folks out there at all. Most of them are my family members. So there's that. Anyhow, I'm going to end this stream. I want to thank everybody and Mona especially for coming up and hanging out with me. I appreciate it when you come on the panel with me, Mona.
Of course.
I want
I'm
everybody.
thankful that you asked me to come.
Well, I'm grateful to have you. I want everybody to have the most amazing Christmas in the whole world. And also, I will probably do a live stream from my dad's place. If not, I will just walk around and do a video. But I think I would like to do a live stream. We're going to have to see how his satellite's doing. And also, if I don't see you before the new year, have a great new year. But be safe. Above everything, be safe. If you're going to drink, don't drive. I think all of us are old enough to know that. But that's my public service message for the day and for the season and for the rest of my life. Do not drink and drive.
Okay. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, Mona. Merry Christmas to everybody. I love all of you. Take care, and I'll see you again real soon. All right?
All right.